This is a tutorial for Photoshop CS6 and the new oil paint plugin. Now, with the latest version, Photoshop CS6, a new filter came in, and it was found in the filter menu called oil paint. Now, if I've just got an image up here, and I'm just going to quickly apply the oil paint filter, comes up with a dialog that fills the entire screen, and you can set various things like stylisation, cleanliness. Make it a lot smoother. It's quite a nice sort of smooth effect, as well as scale the bristles, so you can just as well as change the angle of the light as well as the shine. It makes quite scary images there with the paint. Now the oil stroke, it's interesting, an oil paint feature, but it's kind of limited, certainly if you apply it just once, and I think it does require a couple of multiple applies, so I'm just going to set it down to reduce it down a bit, get rid of the shine. I'm not so keen on the shine, but just set that. Right, so I've got this. Now I'm just going to click OK at this point. And of course, after you've done that, you've got to, well, it doesn't really look much like an oil painting, but if I just go to oil paint again, and I can apply it again, and well, you can start applying different layers of brush strokes. So you've actually can keep changing the various scale, as well as, so you can actually see the underlying brush strokes from the previous pass. So you can create more complicated designs. Obviously set various things like cleanliness again. Okay, apply it again. Of course you can apply other effects in between to actually add, say, like a lens flare or whatever. That seems to create a interesting. Right, going to go to oil paint again. And now you can start seeing more like blobs of oil actually at this point. By applying it about 3 or 4 times, you can just keep applying it. But one thing that I like to do is actually go to the channel palette, channels, and I'm just going to split the channels now. And what happens then, you get the red channel, green channel and blue channel. And of course if you go to those, usefully, the oil paint is not enabled. Now, of course, a quick simple solution for that is set it to RGB, and RGB. Right, now, because you've got the RGB, you can go to the filter, oil paint, and you can obviously now modify the scale. You can, so obviously what I'm trying to do is actually have different settings for different channels. So I'm just going to set different bristles and scales for the stylization, well, the angle, the shine. Again, not too keen on the shine. I think it's a bit too excessive, but a blurring would have been nice on the shine as well. But click OK. Now go to the green, oil paint. Unfortunately, also another feature of this is there's no preset, which would really be nice, but just detail, and OK. And now go to the blue, filter, oil paint. Again, just change the scale so you can see different, and this maybe not so clean. Okay. Now you can go back to the channels. Well, I'm actually just going to split channels. Now that's not so useful. So obviously, a simple solution is to go back, image, grayscale, and it helpfully informs you with a little dialog. Image mode, grayscale. Of course, you can get rid of that. Don't show again. Card, and the blue one, back to grayscale. Now go back to the channel dialog, merge channels, offers the options for the red, green. Obviously you could select different channels, different, but click OK, and it reforms the design. Now you've got actually a sort of very colourful, weird coloured oil painting. Now you can actually stop at this point if you want to go, but you can actually apply it again, and I'm just going to go to oil paint again, and I'm going to set scale, some details, cleanliness, stylisation. Okay, you can change the angle of the lights, shine. I'm just going to click OK, and I'm just going to go now again, oil paint, and tweak that. Don't want much bristles. Actual scale, stylisation, angle. OK. Right, well obviously you can just keep applying this variant number of times. Obviously you can now go back to oil paint and apply it again, or again apply other filters in between, or maybe even then go back and do the split and merge again of the channels to create certainly far more surreal and weird colour effects with the oil paint. Actually it's quite useful for creating very surreal and slightly odd images and not just oil paint effects. So it's a very useful filter, even if just by simply applying the filter and oil paint it doesn't really seem to do very much, and was a surprise addition to Photoshop, which is always odd with some of the filters it adds, as it hasn't really added many filters to the, obviously there's a few filters here, but certainly this lot have been very unchanging for many years, so it's odd when suddenly a new filter appears, and then you have to sort of rediscover how to create unusual effects, and as well as usual effects with that filter.